All right. Good morning, one. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. Hope everyone's having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday, a great Monday to start off the week. All right, guys. So let's get started. As usual, guys, here's our watch list from yesterday. Here's our gappers list. So we'll go over this here. We had tons of possibles yesterday. We're not going to go through all of these here. We'll go over our gappers list. We'll go over NASDAQ active, NASDAQ gainers, and we'll go over some possible news and stuff that's happening for this week. Now, is today half a day? I forgot to check. I don't know if it's half a day or a full day today. Um, I know we're closed tomorrow, and I don't remember what Norm had mentioned. So hopefully Norm will join us in a few minutes. Half day today, right? One o'clock, 1 p.m. close. All right, perfect. All right, guys, so let's get to it. Let's look at what we had yesterday. Of course, the talk of the town, ITCI, was just on fire. Today already looks like it's not done here with some continuation. Already up 11%, 778,000 shares traded at the moment. And again, just yesterday was just unreal, this thing. So let's just go zoom into our chart from yesterday. Hey, Norm, good morning. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. I'm great. Happy
Excellent.
Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve. How about
Yes,
yourself?
yes. Merry Christmas Eve, guys. Doing good, man. Doing real good. Excited about the holiday. Um, and we're getting ready to just enjoy this beautiful time with family and friends. So hope everyone is getting ready to do the same. I see a lot of new contributor bands out here or badges. That's nice in our chat room. So that's good to see.
Yeah, it's great. Well
Excellent.
deserved.
Absolutely. I see some of the names here. It's perfect. All right, so guys, getting back to ITCI again, this thing was just a monster yesterday. I didn't have the guts to trade this stuff. It's just the way it moves sometimes. It's just so violent. But Thor has some amazing trades on ITCI right in this area here. Again, this is the type of stock, guys, that it's easy to trade now after the fact. You can say, oh, it could have jumped in here, jumped in there, but the price action was very tough, right? You do require some level of experience. Thor showed that yesterday on some of his entries, getting in and taking advantage of this pop. I think he did 3 trades, one here and here, one here and here, and I think one here and here. So again, just amazing trading by Thor, and that just shows the level of experience, right? Understanding what the price action is doing, understanding the levels, the moving averages, and what is happening at every price level where the buyers keep stepping up and pushing this thing higher and higher. So again, just amazing trading by Thor there. But if you're looking at this thing, I mean, it hit the high of the day and it just never looked back after that. I mean, this thing high of the day at that time was around what 28.41. This thing went as high as 44. I mean, it was just on fire. Today already we're seeing some volume on it, 781. So we'll definitely keep this one right at the top here to see what possible continuation play we can get out of that one today. Next on our list, we had Tesla. Again, Tesla continues to be extremely strong as well, guys. Opened up with a beautiful 5-minute opening range breakup here. This was very nice. Gave you a nice pullback towards the VWAP here. If you look at the one, it was also very clean. It was not a pullback that was trading nasty on the one. It was trading very clean here. You can see once it got above the moving averages and broke the high of the day, you can see the nice squeeze here. And this is the entry, guys. If you miss this, this is the entry here on this pullback, right? You get this pullback on the way back up. You see the buyers are starting to step in again, and that's a great entry for a breakout of this 5-minute. From there, it kind of consolidated a little bit at this moving average. It looked like it was going to head back down towards the VWAP, but it did find some strength here and continue to head higher all the way to 422 here. So we did get our 420 number we were expecting to secure yesterday. So that was Tesla, guys. Next, we had a ARD. ARD had one good pop, and then from there, just didn't do much after that for the whole entire morning. Later in the day, it did finally break out again. Got some volume here. You can see around 1 o'clock. Before 1 o'clock, got some really good volume, popped up nicely. But at the open, you had this one opportunity here to take a stab at it. And again, this one happened, although it looks great on the 5. Look how this actual 5-minute candle was formed. You had just one pop in a 1 minute. That's a very tough trade to take there. And then after it does this, to get into a trade on these pullbacks here, that's not an easy trade to take. Again, this was not a clean 5-minute candle that was formed. That's just 1 minute that just popped up with some small volume, not all that great, but again, just very difficult to trade that candle there. Here is JD. JD also traded very nice off the 1 minute. If you did a 1 minute open range breakup, this was great. You could take advantage of that. So me and Brian got into this trade here. And it worked out really nice, guys. Popped up nicely. If you waited for the 5-minute open range breakup, it was too extended. And that would have been just a bad entry here, a bad risk to reward. Would not suggest you getting in after such an extended candle on the 5 minute. Now from there, it just got choppy. Actually, I think Peter took a beautiful short somewhere in here or here. I don't recall exactly the entry, but he was calling it out in the chat room. And then from there in the fives, just got really choppy, just didn't do much for the rest of the day. BA was one we had on our list as well. BA with the news of their CEO resigning or getting kicked out, whatever the case may be. So that news broke out prior to the market open. I remember the stock was halted in this area here, and then once it was opened up, you can see a nice beautiful pop. I think it popped up like $6-7 right off the bat. And Norm, you took a $3 trade here. You got into this area around here, took a nice pop, and got out for a $3 move there. So again, it's just nicely done.
Yep.
And the one started getting
my $3 scalp.
your $3 scalp, as I mentioned on Twitter. But and here you can see it got really toppy. There was no continuation. And then it just came back down, lost the V up, and it was just kind of just went sideways for a bit here. Not much happening. SRPT was a bummer. I expected more out of this one. Dropped down, but again, it was just trading with so much low volume. The spread was a little high, so the price action was not clean. So what happens, guys, is besides when the spread is high, you being behind the 8 ball, right? Because if you get into a trade in a market order, at least you're going to have to recover the spread just to break even, right? We all know that. But aside from that, the price action can be very choppy when you have a big spread, right? You cannot tell how the price action is actually moving. And for us, that's critical to see how this ticker is moving here. This indicator is moving when we're into a trade. So when we're getting a lot of volatility, a lot of volume, we want to see how that's moving. Is it being bought back up like that consistently? Andrew talks about this in his recaps as well. Or is it just like, it's kind of taking its time, not really doing anything. But when you have a big spread, it jumps around too much. It'll jump around so much that it's very difficult to read the price action. So that's what we saw in SRPT yesterday. So not really clean trading on it, and you can see it now in the chart as well. It just didn't look very clean on the 5 or the 1. You have several gaps on here as well. It's just not all that clean. Then we have all these possibles here, guys. I'm not going to go through them, but again, I think we had a pretty good list yesterday with Tesla, JD, and ITCI. All right, Norm, in regards to the SPY and any news coming up for this week, we're off tomorrow and coming back Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Anything exciting happening?
Not well. I mean, other than Christmas, no.
Right.
SPY is up 0.1%. It is on less than anemic volume. There is nobody trading this morning. No data out today. There are a couple of things in play on our scanners. We'll jump into them. I've got a couple that are moving that aren't on the scanners. But other than that, I'm not anticipating really taking any trades today unless something really jumps off the page at me. So that's kind of what's going on. Obviously, no economic data tomorrow on the holiday, and then jobless claims on Thursday is all we got. So that is kind of what's going on.
All right. As expected, pretty slow week, although yesterday it seemed very active. We'll see. Well, today might be a slightly different story. All right, so let's take a look at what we have. Only two things on here right now is we have MBOT, MBAT, and this one it's got some good volume here. 685,000 shares traded. Oh man, but that's not a great pre-market activity. Don't like the way this is looking, pretty choppy here. Had a big day yesterday. Let's see how that traded, just to get a reference of how this stock trades. Yeah, it's just a horrible open too. Didn't really trade well at the open. Didn't have a good pre-market activity neither. Got going here. Got a nice squeeze going here after probably around 10:30 looks like, and then it actually traded pretty clean at this point. But overall, right now, it's not looking all that great. The daily chart's not anything exciting neither. So again, we'll keep it on here. Could be a possible continuation, but right now, there's nothing clean about it at the moment. We're up 21%, and we have some volume, but again, just the pre-market is not all that great. Let's take a look at ITCI. So what we have going on here. So we're up 7.5. So we're giving a little bit back right now. We're up 7.5. Had a monster day yesterday, obviously going, first of all, gapping from $12 to 25. Then from 25 going to 44. And now we're hanging around the 39-ish area, still up 7.3 this morning with some serious volume as well, 886. So I think this one will be active today. And a day like today, where there's not a lot else going on, a lot of people are going to be watching this one. One, because they probably have FOMO from yesterday as well. And there's not a lot of happening today. So this is one that's going to catch a lot of attention this morning. So worth watching. We do have some levels on here. I'm going to remove them. We'll get some fresh ones because we already got the high and low, previous day close, and the low from yesterday as well. Those are some brand new levels we can trade off here. Let's go Nasdaq active, Nasdaq gainers. I'm gonna move this over. So ITCI we have. PTI, this one we have looked at in the past, guys. Doesn't really trade very well. We had a nice gap down here a couple of days ago, and it's just sold off an entire day. This is a stock that's not I'm not really a fan of. We'll keep it on here. It's not a low flow stock. It is a lower price, but if I remember, it's not a low flow. But we'll keep an eye on this one. The float for PTI is 50 million shares flow. So again, it's not a low flow, but it doesn't trade as well. MBOT we have CORRV, nothing going on there, more of a penny stock. AMD, today could be a good day to watch AMD. Look at AMD yesterday, right? Look at this breakout we had. So that was nice. Let's look at AMD today. Daily looks great.
AMD got a price target upgrade out of RBC Capital Markets. I believe they
Nice.
raised from 50 to 53 off the top of my head. Sorry, I got up a little late this morning and I have not taken notes.
No worries, man. This is the type of day you want to do that. So no worries. So AMD guys, yeah, this is looking great. Look at again, just this breakout is so clean here. Obviously they're having some upgrades today, so that's helping the process. But overall, just on the technicals, it's trading so clean. So AMD worth watching. 594,000 shares traded right now. We're up 1.4, 1.5 on it. So some good volume on there. FCL always on this list. As we know, penny stock doesn't really trade very well. Next we have SAVA. So this is also a lower price stock. Had a big day yesterday. We did have this. We did watch this. We didn't have it on our list, but we did see it. Again, just nothing really clean about it. Look at this pre-market activity. It's just choppy. It's got some volume. It's up 5.8, but again, nothing clean. Let's see how it traded yesterday. Let's take a look. Let's go over here to yesterday's trading. Actually, it's not that bad. Not that bad intraday chart. Looking at it now, again, hard to tell. It's important to see how the price action traded, right? You can have a good chart after the fact, but how the price action actually traded is as important as how the chart formed up here after the fact. So again, very difficult to tell. Not one of my favorite stocks. Is it a low float? SAVA. It's on the lower side, 15. Yeah, 15.9. So we'll throw it on here. Could be. Actually, I'm surprised how well it traded yesterday without looking at the price action. We'll take a look at it a little later. IMPX, nothing going on here. Apple should be a good one to watch today. Also, possible breakout here. We thought this is going to kind of consolidate a bit more. So this breakout is coming out of nowhere, really. But again, still very nice. Apple has been very strong. So we'll throw that on here as well. Let's see what else we have. And of course, Tesla. We have to watch Tesla. It's a must to watch Tesla here. All right, here we go. Next, Nasdaq gainers, SLNO. Not much going on here. Activity is light, only 34,000 shares traded. MBOT we have NLNK. Nothing going on. There's got some volume, but this is just horrible trading. Horrible daily chart. Pre-market activity is not great. We'll skip that. OTIC, also no activity, no volume. LJPC, nothing happening there. XCUR, also crappy, light on the volume. WAFU, nothing going on. And last one here, ONCY, also nothing happening there. Norm, what do you like this morning? I know it's not a lot going on, but anything aside from what we have here that you like?
Well, I was going to call out AMD on that price target upgrade, but that's really about it. I'm not even that. AMD usually with something like that would be trading about 2 million shares right now, and it's up to 719 on volume. So even that's kind of weak. Boeing is interesting for a continuation play, but there's just not enough price. There's just not enough. There's just not enough order flow going through it, especially to support a $340 stock trade.
Yeah,
Concerns me that it could go against you real quick.
yeah. Actually, yeah, it's bouncing back here a little bit yesterday, but again, yeah, you're right. Might not have the movement today or the volume to get going.
Rad did pop up in the gappers there. It's got a
There it
little
is.
bit of volume.
Let's see.
9. And then that first one that you mentioned, SLNO, all that volume started coming in the last few minutes. So I would imagine that might pop up in the gapper sometime soon. But I
SLNO,
mean,
this one here, right?
yeah, because it was
Yep.
on what NASDAQ gainers, I think.
Yep, right here. Yep. Yeah, we could take a look at it. It doesn't look great, anyways. But I see we got 44,000 now, so we'll see what
It's
comes out of that.
yeah.
All right, folks, what do you guys like on your end? Let's start here with the chats. Let's see what we got going on. So RAD, yep. So we have that one. AMD definitely on our list today. Very, very active. I think this is probably going to be one of the favorite ones to watch, along with ITC, ITCI. Again, Tesla might be great, and Apple too. I think these are looking pretty good for a day like today. CVM. So CVM, it's I'm not sure what kind of stock this is, but trades very funky, guys. Look at this daily, right? You got all these green days on here, all just kind of chopping around. Again, it's just not really a nice daily chart at all. Right now, pre-market activity is not looking great neither. It does have some volume. It is down 5.2. It is an American exchange stock, which usually trades a little bit weird. I usually do not trade those stocks unless you have like an ETF on there or something. I'm not sure if this is an ETF. I don't think so. No, it's not. But again, just this daily chart is very choppy, guys. I don't see anything great about this one. All right, what else we have? Okay, that's what we have. Anything else? Disney. Let's take a look at Disney, which is okay, guys. Today's gonna be one of those days where you don't want to force anything. You want to take it very easy. So Disney right now doesn't have the volume, but I do like the daily though. Daily sitting back at this support area right here. On the previous day closed right on. If we can lose that, it could be nice. Again, I don't know if we're going to have the volume today to make this run at all, enough to head down towards this level here. We have a nice moving average. I don't think we're going to get that type of move today, especially on a half day, but the daily does look interesting at the moment. But again, just very light volume. We can put this down here as a possible, but I don't think much is going to change on a day like today. Let's look at LK. LK is it's got some good volume. Great day yesterday. Beautiful breakout. I think someone mentioned this in the chat yesterday. So beautiful breakout yesterday of this 33 level, which was the high 2 days ago. I'm right on this. So nice breakout. Resistance a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago. So again, had a great day yesterday. Today could be a possible continuation. Volume is very light right now, only 41. But this could be a good continuation possible to have on here. What else, guys? So let's go over here to our YouTube chat. So we have Roku. Let's look at Roku here. Roku at the moment, I do see a, again, it looks like a possible breakout. It's just today, are we going to get the volume to do that? But we do have 80,000 on Roku already, so definitely worth throwing on this list here. There's some here that I don't like. So again, the list looks long, but there's a lot here I'm going to take off that I don't like SONO. Again, this might not be one that makes our list, but Roku could be a good one to watch if we can get some momentum going here. We are back in this area of resistance. If we can break out of that, we do have some room to run here, so that would be nice if we can do that. But again, it's going to come down. Are we going to have the momentum, the volume in the markets today to make that happen? That's going to be the question. What else, guys? So Rad, we have APA. So APA had an amazing day yesterday, up close 17%. I put a Twitter out on this one because, again, Brian's swing trade was over here. It's just crazy. And I checked with him yesterday when we were trading live, and he still has some open on this trade. So again, it's just an amazing trade here. Could be a possible continuation, guys. I mean, it is sitting at some areas here. We have some consolidation. Well, not really. It's above the consolidation now, so it's kind of just sitting here in no man's land at the moment with this moving average. I think that's the 200. It could just chop around. I don't think we're going to get a huge run, but anything is possible. But you do have some area here of 29 you can get to. But as for an intraday play, that was yesterday, and again, I don't see anything happening at the moment for APA. All right, what else we have? So I think that's it, guys. I think we have quite a bit on here. We're going to definitely pick the best out of this list. I think we have a lot, but again, some of the stuff here does not look all that great. All right, Norm, I'm going to go over to announcement. I think that is all we have right now.
Let's bring it's going to be a short morning show, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is.
Maybe we'll just play a game of cards while we're sitting here on the. All right, guys. So I won't fly through these quite as fast as I usually do because we got time. But everybody knows we're building the new website, and we would love to have some member testimonials. So if you go in when you're logged in on your member menu screen at the very bottom, one of the options is to submit a testimonial. It's the very last one. If you choose that, you'll be taken over to a screen. It would be awesome. Very appreciated if you could give us an honest review. You also have a place. You can include a headshot if you like. You don't have to use your full name or anything. Just use your initials, and we would love to include that in the new website. Also, you've noticed some new tabs in the chat room. We've got the we've got the callouts tab and the swing trading tab. They are pretty self-explanatory. The only thing I'll say is let's try to keep them as clean as can be. If you have and not flood it with comments about callouts or such. Just if there's something that we haven't been actively talking about trading and so forth, if you see IMU is about to break out from $50, shout it out in there, real short, real sweet, and just trying to clean up the chat. Not perfect, but we'll find a best way to get this done to keep the chat clean. Also, so we've got a new holiday promotion going on. Email went out yesterday. You can get 40% off a lifetime membership, the one payment option. Use the promo code holidays19 to take advantage of that. It'll be running here for a little bit through the end of the year. Also, new scanner contest in Trade Ideas. If you've created a great scanner, share it in the forum. Maybe you'll post the link. You have a chance to win an iPad or an iPhone. We've had some good submissions in there. We've let this run a little bit longer than we anticipated just because, frankly, there aren't a ton of Trade Ideas wizards out there, and the posts in the forum are a little bit slower coming than most of the other things we do like this. So we'll shut it down pretty soon here and then have the community vote. You'll have the chance to win an iPad or an iPhone. You can work that out with Andrew. Also, January 18th is the Seattle meetup, just around the corner, a few weeks. Unbelievable. I guess that'll be the first meetup of the new decade. And then also, if you're watching us on YouTube and haven't tried us out in the room, you can use the promo code premarket24 for a 1 week discount off the 1 week trial to the chat room. Does not auto renew or turn into any other kind of memberships. That's all we got, buddy.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Norm. Someone mentioned CCL, so let's take a look at CCL for a possible continuation. This was hot over the last couple of days, just taking off nicely. So yeah, right now pretty light on the volume, but I can see it could be a possible continuation if it can get going here above the previous day close. It is up 0.5% right now. So again, it could have some area to run here. All right, guys, let's do some levels of support and resistance here.
They used their boats like bumper boats too. Which is entertaining.
Oh, that is very entertaining.
I don't know if you saw that. They did you happen to see that over the last weekend, Carlos?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
It was in Cancun. It was Cancun or Cozumel. They had two ships docking. One was docked and tied up and not moving, and the other crashed into the back of it. Oh, and it's on video from like 6 different angles. It's kind of crazy looking. You take a look when you get a chance.
Google that later. Yep. I might Google that right at the open, depending how things go, what type of day that might be. All right, guys. So let's look at NBOT again. This stock I am not a fan of. I do not have shares for short. Again, it trades a little bit funky. You can see the pre-market activity here is kind of giving some back right now. Had a good day yesterday. I actually traded very clean yesterday, but again, it's just not my type of stock to trade. So we'll do some levels for it. Might not make our final list. High of the pre-market sitting at 14.74. The low of the pre-market is sitting down at 11.55. So we'll put that on there. Below that, previous day close, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. You also have this pop here around 9. We had a huge rejection 2 weeks back. Looks like nice rejection there off of 8.89. So right back down. So we have those two levels. Right now it's looking pretty weak, like it wants to give some of this back. It was up a lot more, now only 14.7 at the moment. So just want to go back and see, do we have anything else above this 1470? I mean, look at this. Look, is that a daily? Is that a daily candle? I mean, look at this thing. This is just madness. So this one here, all the way up to 19, actually went down and closed back down to $8. So the type of stock that we're dealing with. So also, before under that 1470, you do have another big rejection here happening at 1376. So again, not sure how these rejections happen. Did it happen at the pre-market like this one looks like it's about to happen now? Did it happen in the intraday after the open? So not sure, but again, just this one you got to be careful with. I'm probably not going to have this on my list. ITCI, possible continuation, guys. We do have a great pre-market activity forming right now. Look at the nice flow that we like to see here. So that's good. Some really good volume. I think a lot of people are going to be watching this today because probably all they're going to have if they trade these type of styles, momentum stocks, right? So we have low of the pre-market sitting at 38.75, high of the pre-market sitting right at 40.23, 40.30. So we'll mark that down. Above that, you have the high from yesterday where it peaked out around 43 bucks or so, 43.50. And then you have the previous day close below your market pre-market low at the moment, around 36.60 or so. Let's go back. I believe we have been up here before because we did have some levels. I'm going to use our weekly chart to save some time. If we zoom into this area, I mean, look at this rejection day. It's crazy. So if you zoom in here, you have your previous day close. Here's where your price action is right now. So you can find some good levels off of this weekly. Towards the bottom, you do have this area here, some nice area of support and resistance. So you got support here, and you have resistance up here as well. So 3109 is a good one in case we start to sell off. Towards the top, we obviously have our high from yesterday. And look how the high from yesterday is very close to this area where it had previous resistance in the past, right? So we have that there. We have another area here at 46.29, and then just in case this thing really gets going, 55.38. Anything's possible with this stock. I don't think we have that type of volume today in the market to make this run up like that. But I do believe, since everybody's going to be watching this one, that this might be the one that is as active as possible if everybody's focusing into one thing. So that's that one, guys. PTI, I'm gonna remove. This one doesn't trade well, guys. Has a nasty daily chart. Big drop here. This day actually was okay, sold off very nice, but I'm not expecting anything big out of this stock today. So I'm gonna remove this one. I'd rather watch like a MU or AMD and wait for those stocks that we know how they trade to give us something good on a day like today. So for example, AMD, guys, trading very nice right now. High of the pre-market, we're sitting at 46.25, so I'm going to mark that down. Towards the bottom, plenty of levels, highs and lows, and the previous day close from yesterday. So again, so you don't need to add any more towards the bottom. Beautiful daily too, guys. Look at this beautiful breakout. It's just textbook right there. I'm going to go to a weekly chart because I think we have not been up here in some time. Going back, try to find some good levels here above this pre-market high of 46.25. So again, we are at 52-week high, so let's keep that in mind. But if we go back, we're looking at 98.99, so really far out. We do have, is this all-time high, this 95.99 or 2000? I'm not sure if it is, but if it is, we have 48, which is the highest we've been here so far. Let me see if we go back. Maybe in the 90s, we have some stuff going on here. Nope, that's it. That's all-time high, guys, right there, 48.53. Correct me if I'm wrong. So good level here. We have huge rejection going back all the way as the 2000 here in the summertime looks like. So that's our all-time high right now. All the information we have. Not a lot of great levels up here, and also that level is very far out. We are at 52-week high, so keep that in mind as well. So AMD has been amazing how AMD just came back here, and since October, it's just been trading just really nice. We had all this choppiness here. Remember, this wasn't trading well, then slowly just started kind of getting going here. So it's very nice the way it has been trading. Apple, same situation as well. Obviously the SPY has been helping with that as it continues to make new highs and ripping. So Apple at the moment, volume is a little bit light for the type of stock this is. We do have our high of our pre-market sitting at 285 this morning. Closed out very well yesterday, breaking above the resistance area that we had here. So that's good. Broke through that and closed above that. So that's nice. A nice indication of a strong stock there. We are sitting again new all-time high for Apple. So not many levels towards the top, towards the bottom. Highs and lows from the last two trading days should be enough on here. Especially this is a great level you want to keep on here. This what is that? 278.79. I'm gonna mark it down because that's the area of support for this consolidation. So I'm gonna mark it down because on Thursday when we come back, this level is going to disappear here because obviously you only right now have a mark the 2 last days. So that level is going to disappear. So I'm going to mark it down so I can have it because there's a good area of support in this consolidation, right? So we'll see how this trades today, how it trades on Thursday, and to end the week Friday. So let's keep that on there. So here's Tesla, also one we want to watch. Tons of support towards the bottom, guys. Let's mark down high of the pre-market of 424.74. Here we have highs and lows from the last two trading days. Another one also, you don't need to add anything more. We're all-time high as well on Tesla. So again, just another stock that's been ripping it since the Cybertruck stuff came out. Here's BA. So BA is a good possible right now, not doing much. Volume is a little bit light. Again, just don't know if we're going to have the power, like Norm mentioned, on a stock that's 339 to get going on a day like today. So we'll have to just keep an eye on it. As far as level towards the bottom, you got so much support down here. 320 highs and lows from the last two trading days. Moving average, previous day close, all in there. And also high from yesterday's probably more important than the high and low of the pre-market right now because you got a pretty tight range at the moment on the highs and lows. So I don't think you need to add anything on there. We do have a moving average here that would be a great target to get to 344. And then above that you have this 349, 350. So I think we're talking about this one in the chat. This could be a great one for a possible long-term position, right? At this price level that it's at now. If you look at a weekly, you can see how, it's sitting right at area of great support at the moment. So again, it could be a good one for that type of situation. ARD, right now, what do we have on ARD? Let's look at the daily. Again, just the volume. The pre-market is not all that great. Volume is okay, 129. Could have a continuation, but it's very extended now, guys. I mean, this thing had 3 really strong days. So I'm not sure how much juice we're going to have left here. We do have levels already, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days, and we have these 1393, 1355. But this one is not one of my favorites. Today I want to watch stocks that everybody else is going to be watching, like AMD, Apple, Tesla, ITCI. This one, I'm not sure about this one, so I'm going to remove this one from my list. SLNO also I'm going to remove from my list. I'm not going to play around with this type of stocks today. Let's take that out of the way. Roku will be good to watch. Doesn't have great activity right now, but I think Roku will be a nice one to watch. Let's look at levels. Towards the bottom, highs and lows already on there for you. We do have a level down here. Nice support at 127. Look at that nice, beautiful bounce. Above where the price action is now, it's very congested here. Look at all the moving averages, previous day close, highs and lows, all in this area. I would love for this to break out of this area here, right? If we can break out of that, we do have some potential to hit this 148, 150-ish, 149. What I like about this one, look at the resistance here. Look at the resistance here as well. Here, support. So again, I like this area here. And again, guys, remember, these levels are an area. So if you get to 149, 150, this is all an area here. Just not an exact number when we're putting these levels. So above that, you have another possible here, 153 as well towards the top. So I like Roku if we can get going for a turbo breakup here. Other than that, I don't really like it for sure. It's just too much congestion down there. Disney, I love Disney. If it can break down from this level right now, previous day close, we do have a really nice some movement here. Actually, I was going to mark this level here, 140, based on this, but I like this moving average a lot better. So I'm going to put this moving average 140, 120. That's a more cleaner level, cleaner move, so we can get down towards that area. That would be great. If you notice, there's nothing in between here going back all the way until July. So right, this is all clean right here. So you got room to run. There's no significant pivot points or levels in this area. So 141 will be great. I don't like this going north because again, just a lot of congestion on here. Could just chop around. If this thing loses here, we can get some movement towards the bottom. LK possible continuation, but right now volume is so light. I'm just gonna remove this one. I think today also might not be the best day for possibles. I think you want stocks that actually have volume now because it could be a good indication. So like a Disney. Could be a great possible, but I'm going to remove it now. Unless it hits our turbo breakdown, I'm not going to tune into it. All right, so let's kind of recap, guys. MBOT, I'm going to remove. I don't like MBOT. ITCI, I do like. I think that's the one that's going to be the most active today. AMD is great. It's got an upgrade earlier today, as Nora mentioned, so worth watching. Apple is here. I think Apple is going to be nice if it can continue on this beautiful climb that it has done the last couple of days. Consolidated here, found some strength to break even higher, so that's good. I like Tesla. Again, I think it'll be fun to watch as well. BA, we'll see. We can keep it on here. We don't have many that we're watching today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I have 6. But BA is probably BA and Roku are definitely. I'm gonna keep them on here, but they're really light on volume right now. So ITCI, AMD, Apple, and Tesla is what I'd like this morning. These are going to be good to watch. Let's take a look at MU, and then we'll take a look at CVM. I think we looked at that one earlier, but we'll look at it again. Let's see what's going on with MU here. Some of our favorites. So MU not doing much right now. Let's see what JD did. JD. This one, again, not doing much neither at the moment. Let's see what else we got here, guys. So CVM. I think we looked at this one earlier. Yeah, this is American Exchange stock, and also just look at the pre-market activity and look at the daily. The daily is just funky, guys. I mean, there's really no type of patterns going on here. How does it trade usually? Let's see how it traded yesterday. Yeah, look at the trade on yesterday's trading day, right? This is no volume, very low volume. If you look at the daily candles, right, nothing goes over a million shares, rarely on a day. Right, you got 2 million shares here, 2 million. This is very light, guys. For our style of trading, you don't want to be involved in this type of stocks. And you can see how light the volume is. Yes, you do have a flow here, but the momentum, there's just not there. So you want to avoid trading this stock, guys. Way too much light volume. There's other stuff that's going to trade a lot better than this today. Unless some kind of serious catalyst on this that's going to cost you to trade significantly 10 times more its volume, that's the only time I'll watch it. But overall, this is not a stock you want to be in. All right, what else we have, guys? All right, so JT, if you like saying is if you like watching ETFs, JNUG could be a good one. Yeah, this is gold. Yeah, I like the way it looks on the daily. If you like watching that, this could be a good one. I usually do not trade these type of stocks. Brian is great at these, but I usually do not trade these here. All right, guys, I think this is what we have. Again, a lighter day than usual, as expected. We got the holidays half a day today. So again, not much on the radar this morning. But so just to recap, we have ITCI. This one has 1.1. So good volume here, good daily, great day yesterday, possible continuation today. We have a AMD. It's getting some huge orders just got dropped here. So I think this was going to be very active, beautiful daily chart, guys. Remember, there's an upgrade on this one as well. Apple, I think it's going to be great. 410 already this morning, so that's some good volume. Tesla's got some great activity as well, 172, worth watching also. Did get that 420 like we did. Go ahead.
Just a note on that Apple.
Yeah.
260,000 is a block trade.
Yeah, it's a block trade here, right? This thing here.
Yeah.
So a huge block trade drop there. We'll see how that affects things. But again, I think the daily is just great on Apple. And then BA and Roku are not looking all that great. These are my 4 favorites today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, ITCI, AMD, Apple, and Tesla this morning. Ryan PTD, big block trade on AMD. Let's take a look. AMD. Yeah, yep. Somebody's dropping some orders here. They did the same thing on Apple at the same time. Looks like.
These are all happening at yesterday's close. I think it's institutions closing out. Trades that took place at the end of the day yesterday that are being recorded right now.
Yeah, yep, that makes sense.
It's some normal end of the year rebalancing and such.
Yep.
So, Zuki, block trade is a large trade between 2 individuals not on the public exchange. It's the easiest way to put it.
Yep. And what tends to happen, guys, in that type of situation, let's use AMD for example, because I actually have been in actual order when this has happened, right? Let's say you're long here for some reason, you have your stop loss set here for whatever, just for illustration purposes. If when this happens, your stop will be here on a limit order, market, or whatever the case may be, and you will not get filled. You would think, well, what the hell happened? These are just being recorded. They're not really going through the exchange. So your triangle will still be here, and it would not hit your stop. Same has happened the opposite way, right? Which I also been part of. My entry will be here. This will happen towards the long side, and my order to get out wouldn't get filled, right? Same thing. These are just being transacted. The price action is not really going through these levels. You won't get filled. So I've seen actual orders when that has happened. All right, guys, 9:10 Eastern time. We're gonna cut it a little bit early today because this is all we have, right? So again, it's a slow day, guys. Enjoy the holidays. So Merry Christmas Eve to everyone. The Merry Christmas Day tomorrow. Enjoy with family and friends. We will be back on Thursday, 8:30 Eastern time, Norm and I, for the pre-market show. Take care, guys. Trade safe. And again, today's like a day that you don't want to force anything. Might be better just to sit back and watch a few things. If you don't see anything that's clean, that has volume, that fits your criteria, just don't trade, right? Again, we're making ourselves available to the market to find opportunities. If the opportunities are not there, especially on a day like today, just don't force anything. Take care, guys, and we'll see you Thursday.
Yeah, like Carlos said, take time, enjoy your family. Even if you don't enjoy your family, it still might not be the best day to trade. So do something else probably, but we'll be here anyway. Take care, guys. See you Thursday. Merry Christmas.